Monarch April with his short and sota, the drought of March had passed into the rota, and bathed every vine in switchly cord, of which virtue engendered is the floor. One Zephyrus eke with his sweeter breath, inspirited hath in every holt and heath. The tender coppice and the youngest sona, hath in the ram his half a corserona. And smaller flowers mark in melodia, that sleep in all the neat with open ear. So pricketh him nature and here courages, thou roving folk to go on pilgrimages.
One day in that season, I stopped at the Tavern Inn in Southwark and met up with a group of pilgrims who were headed to Canterbury. There were men and women of various ranks who had come together by chance. A nun, a knight, a lawyer, a merchant, a monk, a wife, a sailor. Unfortunately, a terrible storm the night before had washed at a bridge 2 miles hence, and no travelers could leave. So our host, the innkeeper, tried to keep all merry and comfortable.
The workmen have told me that it won't be long until the bridge is fixed.
But long is a highly relative term. What is long to a fly is very short to a turtle.
The physician speaks true.
I do not bargain for any such delay. There must be an alternate route.
I assure you, good people, there's not.
And what, sir, do you know about it?
I've ridden to Canterbury on business many times. Allow me to make a proposal to lighten our weight in our trip. Each of us will tell a tale going to Canterbury, and each of us will tell a tale coming back.
Praise be, a noble thought,
Tales from which we may learn about life.
and the wages of sin.
And of course I shall have the finest tale, as my adventures are the boldest and most exciting.
Indeed, my appetite is whetted for a good story, Master Chaucer.
Let our tales begin tonight, right now.
They will while away our way.
And may we profit from our listeners.
So it was determined that the physician should tell the first story, for he was a learned man who knew about medicine, surgery, and most importantly, astrology.
I thank you, Master Chaucer. And here begins my tale. There once was a knight named Sir Robert. He was as brave and courageous a knight as the realm ever knew. He was married to a beautiful lady named Lady Agnes. She was graced with household wisdom and skills in needlepoint. In their union was blessed with one child. But what a child! Their daughter, Allison, was the most beautiful girl in the entire kingdom. Take man himself, not if he had chipped, beaten, or coated marble, could have fashioned a more beautiful face. Word had it that the goddess Venus was jealous of Allison's beauty, but that would be another story. One day, Allison was picking flowers in a field near her house. A young man named Nicholas almost ran into her.
Oh, I beg of pardon. My flowers.
It was love at first sight.
Your beauty is right excellent.
You two are wondrous fair.
Do you have a name?
I am Allison, daughter of Sir Robert and Lady Agnes.
I am Nicholas. I work in the court of Judge Apius. In fact, I am on my way there now, late for work.
Will I ever see you again, Nicholas?
My lunch is sharp every day at noon as Judge Apius goes to the dungeon to watch the tortures.
Shall we meet you for today's meal?
By the fountain before the courthouse.
And who is this wretched bit of garbage?
A poor widow, Jane Weeks.
And what is your crime, Jane Weeks?
I've done nothing wrong, O great judge.
You are charged with stealing 3 potatoes from Lord Asherbrook.
Those were my potatoes, planted from my own seed, growing beside my cottage.
On whose land is the cottage?
I rent from Lord Asherbrook.
Which means all things under the surface belong to Lord Asherbrook.
That cannot be!
The potatoes belong to him, and therefore you were stealing from him.
Sir, I must protest. The potato grows both above and below the ground.
The part above belongs to this wretched bit of scum. The part below belongs to Lord Asherbrook.
Will you use the same argument with wheat and other grain?
All wheat and grain belongs to Lord Asherbrook.
What is this poor woman to eat?
The potato plant? I don't care. You were caught stealing. 60 days in prison.
No, Judge Apius, have mercy on me!
Mercy costs money. What have you got?
Nothing but a poor pig.
Had a pork roast last night. Not interested. Next!
So Apius was known as the hanging judge because of the time he spent in the dungeon supervising torture and executions. He had little time for a social life, but on this beautiful spring day, his heart turned toward love.
You know something, Nicholas? I think I want to get married.
Good luck.
Oh? I sense you think I won't be able to get myself a wife?
I'm sure many widow or spinster would love to conform me.
I'll get a wife. The most beautiful wife in town. There! She has caught my heart. I will marry her.
But what if she's already spoken for?
She will be mine in spite of any man. Now watch a master at work. Good day, maiden. Your beauty has not escaped my attention. Why don't you and I... Well!
Allison, do you know who that was? Varlet. Agreed, but that Varlet is Judge Atheist, my boss, and he's determined to marry you.
But my desire is to marry you.
We must run away, alone.
I could never do that to my parents, Nicholas.
But Judge Atheist will stop at nothing to marry you, Allison.
Let us go enjoy my daughter, my pleasant thoughts.
But fears, you may never know what he may do.
Weeks passed. Atheist could not forget the beautiful Allison. He thought and thought of a way he could make her his wife. Finally, he devised a plan for which he would need a little help. He traveled a distance from the city to a village where his mother still lived.
Mother? Mother, are you home?
So, finally it's time to come visit his mother. Not that he cares, she's been sick with the flu and run ragged by work on the farm.
Mother, you are always so good at managing things by yourself. I did not want to interfere.
A likely story. Have you been behaving yourself?
Yes, mother dear, and so is everyone else.
Good. No shortage of clients in the dungeon?
No, mother dear.
Excellent, but you still haven't found a wife. You know that I want a grandchild I can ruin.
Yes, mother dear, and I finally found the perfect girl.
Where?
She's not here yet. I just need a bit of help tying the knot.
What kind of help?
The following day, Sir Robert and Lady Agnes were called before the court with their daughter Allison.
Whatever could Judge Atheist want?
I have no idea. We've done nothing wrong.
I'm afraid it is my doing. He made a rude advance in his documents.
As he deserved. So, wretch, I will see that the king removes me from the bench.
What was that, Sir Robert?
I understand that you assailed my daughter's honor.
Your daughter?
Yes, Allison.
I'm afraid you've been fooling the entire kingdom for many years regarding Allison.
What?
I have a petition here from the woman you truly belong to.
What?
Silence, Nicholas. Record.
Who is this woman?
'Tis I, Lady Brushtangle from Cornwall.
But I do not understand. Allison was born of me. She has never left my sight.
This girl is my slave. She was stolen by this man the day following her birth.
I never stole a slave.
I have here a deed indicating the child's birth date and description.
It appears legal to me.
We must see the paper.
That's the law.
You're dismissed, Nicholas. Pack your quills and go.
I will not allow you to lay hands on my daughter.
Guards, throw these two in the dungeon for contempt of court.
Mommy, Daddy,
Allison, we'll save you, Allison!
get your hands off me. I don't belong to you, you know it.
But here's the deal. Pay up.
Here you go. I am buying.
You can't buy me. I'm not a slave.
Now you are a wench. Now, son, make sure you eat all your meat and don't sex with her.
Yes, mother dear.
Mother? Is this your mother?
Soon to be your mother-in-law. What do you think of that? Oh, do you cry at weddings too? We have something in common. Now, ta-ta.
Now that you're mine, there's nothing left to do but marry.
I would only marry you if the mountains all crumble, the sun ceases to shine, the ocean dries, if the sky falls.
At least I've got a chance.
A short time later, Nicholas was wandering desperate and devastated by Jane Weeks' cottage.
Oh, you poor dear man. You look so tired. Come sit and have a rest.
Thank you, kind lady.
Are we acquainted?
I'm the recorder in the court of Judge Atheist.
Oh, that horrid man. I spent 60 days in prison for no offense. If only I had some way to repay him for the grief he has caused myself and others.
Nicholas then explained how Judge Atheist had tricked Sir Robert and Lady Agnes out of their own daughter.
A man cannot be more base than that.
True, and I exhaust myself trying to think of a way to save Allison from the terrible fate of marriage to Atheist. There just has to be a way.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander.
What?
Just an old saying. Here's another one. The pen is mightier than the sword.
It is?
Let me explain.
Today's the day, Allison. You and I, together forever.
That I had some hemp on. Someone save me.
Relax, Allison. Live that I could.
We haven't had a chance to do anything but survive in the dungeon.
It is not your fault that monsters are born into this world, taking their pleasure in making the lives of others miserable.
But this should be a happy occasion. We are about to be wed.
How? There is no proof.
You forget that I am a judge.
Surely you don't intend to marry yourself. It is not proper.
And why not?
Because I do not love you. I will never love you. My heart belongs to another.
Oh, who is this other?
I won't tell you.
As your future husband, I demand to know.
You are not my future husband. Put me in a dungeon. Torture me. I will never reveal you.
Lord Apius?
I'm busy.
I'm afraid this can't wait.
Everything can wait at this moment.
Good day, Lord Apius.
What is this all about?
This maiden you are about to wed was taken from Lord Robert and Lady Agnes some weeks ago, I understand.
Perhaps. She's a slave and was taken from her owner by this man at her birth.
I'm afraid that is not true, my lord.
I told you we never stole her.
My baby!
They bought her at a fair price.
What?
But that's exactly how it happened. I went to Cornwall myself and looked up the bill of sale. And in the city hall of Landshire, I found this.
Let me see that!
Gladly, my lord. See how clearly written it is? How the girl's name, Allison, the owner's name, and the great seal of the township, all in place.
And I was there as a witness to the transaction.
You old brute! You never saw this child sold!
So, Sir Robert, and see, there's my mark.
A deed and a witness provide very compelling evidence. Where's the deed this woman provided in court weeks ago?
Deed? Well, I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Nicholas, you must have filed a deed.
I saw no deed, my lord.
This is ridiculous!
To my eye, this is an official document transferring ownership of Allison to Lord Robert and Lady Agnes.
No, that's not the way it was!
Then perhaps you'd like to tell us the way it was, my lord.
Well, I myself am not certain. And of no way of...
No way of disputing this claim.
I saw Sir Robert sign. I saw him pay money.
Not at all. Impossible.
Our dear Allison!
We knew you were a bargain when we bought you.
Well, we still have the matter of marriage.
To which I do not agree. There are so many better men in this world for my slave Allison than this crooked judge.
Sheriff, this isn't right. A marriage was contracted in good faith.
Faith was no part of it, my good sheriff.
I have no doubt you are telling the truth. I've heard enough grumbling about Judge Apius that if he is not gone from the Shire by morning, I fear for his safety.
My thanks, Lord Sheriff, for helping see justice done in returning this slave to her proper owners, Sir Robert and Lady Agnes.
I always thought she was your true daughter, for you treated her as such. If only all men could treat their slaves so kindly. You'd better keep this, should the question of ownership arise again.
Be happy, Allison, for you are free and must no longer wed that wretched judge.
What is wrong, my child?
Well, apparently I'm not your child at all, the one you bought in the marketplace.
According to this paper. But I swear, Allison, I've never seen this before, nor heard of this place, nor these people.
I saw you born. I have been with you since your first breath.
Then where did this come from?
From someone who rolls a crafty pen.
I could not think of how to save you, my dear heart. And then by chance I met Jane Weeks, and she told me something very important.
What is that?
The pen is mightier than the sword. But, Sir Robert, I have very little money, and I may have just lost my job.
This is the deed to my daughter's heart, my boy. It is beyond any sum of money.
And so, within a fortnight, Nicholas and Allison were wed, and to my knowledge, led a long and happy life together. As for Judge Apius, he returned to his mother, and the two of them ran a pig farm for many years, until they were both swallowed in a mudslide and never missed it.
May the false judge find justice wanting when he goes to search for it.
Truly a wretch.
But the saddest part was that all women sought Pierce, who could only find a wife by devious means.
So very true, my lady. So unlike some of us.
The humbled knight appears to have no shortage of ladies eager to receive his tips.
It seems that some of us have it, sir, and some of us don't.
You seem to have more than one greedy bone in your body.
I will not turn away a fair lass, to be sure.
But greed is the root of all evil, sir, and it shall be the downfall of all of us. So it has been since Adam and Eve first ate of the apple in the Garden of Eden.
Would the partner honor us with a tale rather than a sermon? A tale will keep us awake, while a sermon may put us to sleep.
Very well, Master Chaucer, but you would profit more from a sermon shouted into empty heads.
You're simple people, Your Honor, and need little profit.
As my tale, as I've often told it, begins in an inn, not unlike this one. Where three customers sat frittering away their useless lives.
Here you go, another round.
My compliments to the chef.
You have the best meat in the village.
We've got the only meat in the village.
I'll drink to that.
What's that? It's your earring clinging against your nose.
That's impossible.
Because he doesn't have a nose!
It's a death bell.
Who has died?
Sorry to say, but a friend of yours.
A friend?
Struck down incense when he was home spilling his mead.
Who has killed this friend of ours?
A most dangerous thief.
Who's this most dangerous thief?
One all men called Death. With plague has he killed 1,000, and maybe 1,000 more.
Killed 1,000?
Sounds like he needs killing himself.
I warn you, he is a powerful enemy. You must be careful.
She speaks truly, good customers. Death will slay men, women, children, servants, laborers, and princes in the village just a mile from here.
I think you must live there.
As no one glad he had to head that way, so take the opposite road to safety.
Is death really so scary?
Can he really be that dangerous?
We could have faced far worse.
Let's find this thief and kill him.
Aye, we three shall slay him.
Before it be night! And so he's headed into the direction of the town. The innkeeper had warned them not to visit. Despite the frequent warning signs, they continued down the road. Until they met an old man.
Good afternoon. God save you.
Bad luck to you.
Why are you all covered up like that?
You got something to hide?
I have nothing to hide, good travelers.
But you were old. Very, very old. How have you come to live this long?
Lucky, I guess.
But you come from the village where death slay a house.
Alas, even death won't take my life. For I begged him to take me, for I am poor and lonely, and all those I have known are dead, and I long to join them. But as often as I knock on death's door, he says the same thing, go away.
You know what I think, old man? I think the death's fine.
And I think you are very rude.
Listen to him. We are very rude.
We'll show you who's rude to choose this little codger.
Don't be so mean unless you want others to be mean with you.
Just let anyone try.
And since you are death spy and kill his own folks, tell us where we can find death.
And what will you do if you find him?
Slay him!
Very well. If you are so eager to meet up with death, travel up this road not more than another 100 yards.
If you speak falsely, we will make sure you finally meet up with Death yourself, old man.
I do not lie. You will find him waiting under an old oak tree. And despite your boasting, he won't hide from you. He will meet you with open arms.
All right, death.
Prepare to...
Do you see what I see?
Is it possible?
It's gold! Gold coins!
Thousands and thousands of them!
We're rich, richer than our wildest
And we didn't
dreams.
even have to lift a finger.
This is the stuff of fantasies. Where do you suppose it came from?
Who cares? It's ours.
Let's haul it back to the village and buy ourselves the finest houses, clothes, and meat.
No way!
What's wrong?
We can't haul this gold back to the village in the middle of the day.
Why not?
Everyone will think we stole it.
We'll just tell them the truth. We were looking for death and we found it under a tree.
Do you think anyone will believe the truth from us?
They have a point. Everyone knows we're thieves.
But they'll hang us if they see all this gold and think we stole it.
Unless they never see us hauling this gold back to our house.
How can we do that?
Darkness is our friend. We wait until sundown.
Then carry it back and hide it.
None will be the wiser. But I'm very hungry.
And I am very thirsty.
I am feeling just fine.
I think that one of us should go back to the village and get some bread and meat so they don't starve.
And the other two can stay here and guard the gold.
How do we decide who will go to the village?
We'll draw straws.
Looks like you got the short end of the stick.
Best 2 out of 3?
Get going.
All right.
And get some cheese while you're at it.
The moment the youngest thief, and he was the youngest, was out of sight, the first thief spoke thus to the second.
You know, dividing this gold by 2 is a lot more profitable than dividing it by 3.
It is?
If you have 2 apples and you have to divide each 3 ways, you won't get a whole apple, will you?
No.
But if there are only 2 of us, you'll get a whole apple. See? Whole apple, all to yourself.
A red, delicious apple.
The same is true for gold. How many bags will you get if you only have to divide it in half?
Apples.
No, silly. There are 8 bags of gold. Half of 8 would be 4.
I don't know.
Think of all the meat you can buy without this gun.
4 apples?
Okay, apples too. When he goes back, distract him, and I'll do the rest. Deal?
Deal.
As our youngest thief walked to the village, he kept picturing the gold coin. It appeared so bright and beautiful in his imagination that he wanted to bury himself in all of them. It wasn't long until he began to wonder why he should have to share them with his friends. He could have all of them, every last coin. But how? It would be very simple. When he got to the village, he bought a loaf of bread and a jug of wine. And then he went to the apothecary.
Good show so far, huh?
Yeah. Seemed really interesting.
Good day, Apothecary. Good day to you too. What can I get for you today? Boots to common cough? Want to see the wound?
Poison.
Poison?
His skunk has been getting into my chicken yard and has killed my prize hen.
Then you need something strong.
Yes, very strong.
I think this is what you need. 1 drop of this, and the beast the size of an elephant will be dead in an instant.
This is exactly what I need. And keep the change.
Thank you, and a good day to you.
Thank you. It will be a good day now.
Our friend found a quiet corner behind the apothecary's shop and decanted the poison into the wine. And whistling a happy tune, he headed back to his fellow thieves. A short time later, as dusk fell, the youngest thief returned to the camp.
It's about time.
Bring the bread.
And here's the wine. Nice and cold. Are you sure you don't want some wine first?
Nah, I'm starving.
The way you hungry really kills me.
God be with you.
It's all ours now.
Before we bury our dear departed friend, let's drink a toast to her good fortune.
Here, nothing like fine wine to suit the mind.
Here you go, friend.
Thank you, partner.
To our success.
And long lives.
And that was the end of 2 thieving murderers and their poisoner also. Their greed was their end, their boastfulness their undoing. As the old man said, they found death beneath the tree, and he welcomed them with open arms.
To that end, may we all be watchful against greed.
And our feet, death.
He lurks about every corner.
Waiting to snatch an unwary as I've seen many a time.
And no mortal, even a knight in all its shining armor, is a match for such a foe.
Oh, good sirs, upon my faith, it is possible to outwit death.
Is that so? Tell us how, good lady.
My tale concerns an old widow. Quite a small cottage in a grove that stood in a valley. She was poor, but managed to keep simple meals on her table.
I have a few animals, you know. Here's Beulah, my cow.
Moo.
And Oswald, my donkey. And Molly, my sheep. They provide us milk, transportation, and wool.
And also in the barnyard were several chickens.
We're the chicks so slick and clean. We love to cluck and print and preen. We're ever so proud to declare we're the wives of Chanticleer.
Rooster extraordinaire.
Oh, Chanticleer, I've grain for you in my cozy corner.
Come to me, my barnyard baby. It's my turn today, Chanticleer. You promised me.
Parchlet, my sweet.
did you make me feel enchanting, Chanticleer? It was obvious to all that Chanticleer loved Parsley best of all his wives.
Rings are the choicest bits of corn.
Takes her for long walks around the barnyard.
And serenades her every night under the moon.
How romantic!
And nobody, but nobody in this barnyard can sing like I do.
I can sing beautifully.
So can I. I have perfect pitch.
What's all that racket? Stop that or you won't get a lick of grain.
La la la.
Oh my, Chanticleer. If you keep singing like that, you'll never end up in a pot of stew.
Oh, Chanticleer, sing more! Sing more!
La 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 la.
Chanticleer, what's wrong? You look as if your heart is breaking.
Temperamental artist.
Always at a dinner.
He just needs a pat on his back.
Then I'll pat your back so you smile and sing again.
That won't help, my dear Parchlet.
What's wrong?
You can tell us.
We're all ears.
A lot, you know, chickens don't have ears.
We don't?
Do you see any ears?
Oh dear, we're ear deprived. Poor us.
But you can tell us your trouble, Chanticleer.
Very well. I had a dream last night, a terrible dream that frightened me so.
Did you dream the barnyard was washed away in a flood?
Worse!
Did you dream all your wives, including dear Partlet, ended up at Sunday dinner?
Worse!
Did you dream that the poor widow died and we were all sold to the butcher?
Worse!
Then what did you dream?
I dreamt. I was in danger.
Not you, Chanticleer!
Yes, I.
Now how could you be in danger?
A creature, much like a hound, tried to grab me and hold me by the neck. He was yellowish red, with a black-tipped tail and ears, and his eyes glowed. I almost died from fright when I first saw him.
Oh, Chanticleer, it was a dream, nothing more.
But it was so very real. My heart is still pounding.
His heart's still pounding.
Over a silly dream.
Dreams don't mean anything.
And I'm afraid I just can't give my heart to any rooster who's a chicken when it comes to a dream.
Parchlet, you can't mean that.
Chanticleer, I do. My sisters and I look up to you for protection against all the bad that might happen to us. If you were so upset by a silly dream, what would you do if something truly terrible happened?
But I'm still shaking with fear. What can I do?
Remember your temperament. Maybe we ought to go cheer him up.
You get cranky when you're out in the sun.
You get cranky when you're on the sun too long, and every other day you say you've got a fever coming.
At least once a week you have an accident that you claim will keep you from ever singing again.
And I hate to think how many times you hear wolves at the barnyard gate.
When it's nothing more than the wind howling through the pine tree yonder.
Let's face it, Chanticleer, you're one rooster who cries wolf all the time.
Well, it's good to know what one's friends think of one.
Chanticleer, you never come down from the rafters. You're in a barnyard.
A lot you care. Leave me alone.
Maybe we ought to go cheer him up.
Cheer him up. He's having too much fun.
He'll be his old self once he forgets that silly dream.
It so happened that a fox had lived in the grove for 3 years or so. He was yellowish red and had black-tipped ears and tail. And his eyes did indeed glow. He was full of sly wickedness, and that very day snuck into the bushes just outside the barnyard.
Did you hear something?
That rustling in the bushes?
Yeah.
Nope, never heard.
I want to graze in peace and quiet.
I smell something funny.
Something furry and sly.
It's all in your imaginations.
And so Parsley and her sisters lay in the sun and gave their own instincts, not a second thought. Chanticleer sang a mournful song.
La la la. La la la.
But suddenly, Chanticleer spotted the fox, the very creature he used
My dear friend, where are you going? Surely you're not afraid of me.
I saw you in my dream.
I'm sorry, buddy. I don't do this. Must have been someone who looks like me.
What do you want?
That singing. Where did that singing come from just now?
You mean this? La 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 la.
That's it.
From me.
Where did you get that voice?
I was born with it.
No one's born with a voice like that.
That's what my mother said.
That voice is a gift.
Is it?
A gift that is meant to be shared with the entire world.
The world?
I should travel wide and spread your fame.
Truth to tell, I have felt unappreciated around here lately.
How so, my friend?
See these barnyard animals?
Yeah!
They spend the day lying around getting fat and sassy.
Yeah!
The part I resent is sassy. I had a dream and I wouldn't put any face into it.
Well, friend, I've got faith in your dream. I can spread your name throughout the kingdoms of the world. But first, may I hear you sing again?
But you just heard me sing.
I'm your best. You didn't know I was there. Now you do. I want you to stick your neck out and sing your very best.
Stick my neck out?
Yeah, you know, just like an opera singer does. I want to see your veins bulging, your atoms passing up and down.
And if I do well?
You'll travel with me throughout the continent, away from this barnyard, forever.
What a beautiful thought.
Really?
Let me go up to the rafters. I do my best work up there.
No, please. The nearer I am to that exquisite sound, the more I shall trumpet your praise.
All right, but I'll have to stretch.
My point, exactly.
La 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 la
Oh, Chanticleer, what is it now?
Look, a fox!
I'm supposed to be afraid of a broom?
We gotta hide. After each Chanticleer, he'll come after us.
I don't want to end up in Fox's stomach!
Alas, there was little the widow could do with the mud. She had to defend her other livestock, even to prevent the loss of Chanticleer. And by now, Chanticleer was growing weak from lack of air.
Sir, I'll be at the taste of your free if you don't wrangle me before you eat me.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
You horrid beast, I'll get you for this.
You can't harm Chanticleer.
You're the worst creature in the forest! You're despicable!
What kind of a fox are you?
What do you mean?
Let him talk about you that way. You're the king of the forest.
Yeah!
I wouldn't take that kind of talk, sir. He doesn't deserve it. I raise both fists and shout. May bitter plague take you. I'll eat this rooster, then you.
An excellent idea. May bitter plague take you. I'll eat this rooster than you. Wait, come back.
Why should I?
Good sir, you mistook my enthusiasm for violence. I didn't mean to grab you like that or haul you around. I just don't want to lose a second of our travels.
If I believe that, I'd be a bigger fool than you.
In my hands, you'll end up with kings.
Your hands, I'll end up in a stew pot.
You know, my mother always used to say, if you don't have something important to say, keep your mouth shut. I should have listened to her.
Good day, friend. May you come and listen to my music anytime.
La, 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 la.
And so you've seen how quick-wittedness can cheat death. What's more important here is be most wary of flattery. Trust not the false kind of words of others. They are often more expensive than most of us can afford.
An excellent tale, good lady, but the hour is late. Let us retire to our beds for the journey ahead. You may join us on our pilgrimage tomorrow morning to hear more tales. I'm sure our friend the knight is more than ready to tell us of a heroic adventure.
Bad news, my friends. I've just heard from one of the workmen that the bridge is not repaired yet. But it'll be finished this morning. Please make yourselves comfortable. The man will return when the work is completed.
Perhaps you can speed the time with another tale. Our story so far brought a smile to our faces, and we have no doubt learned something along the way.
Greed is our worst enemy. Flattery can be fatal.
Justice will triumph in the end.
But good people, your tales of concern is just the silk and gold.
But good sir, it's 1380. These are times for sermons, whether they were sackcloth or silk.
How would a good old-fashioned tale provide you with nothing but beginners to come?
I take it that is your prologue.
If I may,
The stage is yours.
Once upon a time, and this was long ago, there lived a duke named Theseus, who was the ruler of Athens.
This looks so exciting. I can't wait. Oh my God, it's gonna be so fun.
In his day, he conquered a great deal of the world, including the land of the Amazons, and while there, he married the queen of the Amazons, Hippolyta. Well, you already know this, I'm sure. And so my tale begins, as Theseus and Hippolyta are returning from the land of the Amazons to Athens, where they were born. But several miles from the city, they encountered a group of women wailing and weeping.
Oh, good King Theseus, help us! Our woe is woeful! You must assist us, great lord!
You poor creatures, what trouble has befallen you?
Well, I was once queen of thieves.
She was the one who came to Panius when I was a lady in waiting.
And who are you, great lady?
A duchess of great lands and many cattle. But now we are exiled!
Tell us, your majesty, what happened?
Creon, former lord of thieves, has reconquered the city and slain all our husbands.
Creon, I have heard his name.
We spit when we say it.
Creon!
And he is a wicked creature.
Help us, great Theseus, for you alone can save Thebes from Creon's evil hand!
But ladies, you see I am newly married and not yet returned to my home, Athens, where feast and revelry await us.
My husband will be glad to avenge you and return you to Thebes.
Thank you, good king.
We will be forever your ally.
Theseus is a true knight. Let us prepare for a triumphal re-entry to our home.
That's what I like about you, dear Theseus. You're so agreeable.
To keep my tale short, I shall not go into the details of the conquest of Thebes. Suffice it to say, Theseus' vast army breached the city walls and entered with no resistance, and worked their way to Creon's palace. Inside, the vicious Creon refused to accept defeat, though he only had 2 guards left, 2 brothers named Arcady and Palamon.
King Creon, we're surrounded.
We're your only soldiers left.
So you'll fight until all are dead.
Please, King Creon.
The time has come to surrender.
Not while one enemy remains, still some thieves. All pile their bodies in a heap until they're rotting in the sun.
But King Creon, Theseus is pounding at the door.
Ah, why didn't you tell me?
We have tried, your majesty.
My revenge is not yet complete. Arcady, Palamon, defend the door.
We will defend you to the death. Your Majesty, Your Majesty.
Where is King Creon? Palamon, where is his majesty?
His Majesty is...
Lord Theseus, back here!
You, lay down your sword.
Creon is dead. Now may the wives of the city be reunited with the remains of their husbands and honor them with their last rites. Guards! Since you are the last 2 of Creon's guards, I have a fitting punishment for you.
We did as we were commanded, sir.
As a knight should follow his lord. You 2 are to be taken to Athens. You will be imprisoned there. Forever.
Forever?
No! Forever!
1,000 drachmas says you'll let us go.
No ransom will release you.
Our kinsmen shall rise up against you.
No threat will open the door.
Have mercy, noble Theseus. We fought as was our honor.
No begging will turn the key. Away with them. Lock them in the Tower of Athens.
And so, Arcady and Palamon were taken to Athens and locked in the Tower of Athens, the overlooked palace of King Theseus.
Our dungeon is thick and strong.
Have patience. It won't change.
At least we have one window.
Yes, but it's awfully small.
Hey, we can see the palace garden down there.
Really? Let me have a look.
It so happened that as they were looking out the window, King Theseus' sister, Emily, arrived.
The servants you sent me.
Is that you, Emily?
Who do you think it was, Medusa? That must be your sister, Emily. Who's the lady?
Allow me to introduce you to my wife, Emily. This is Hippolyta, Queen of the Amazons.
Mind if I call you Hippie?
I prefer Hippolyta.
How was your journey?
Exhausting. I couldn't trust the servants with my luggage, and I had to travel on horseback most of the way.
So, Emily, what are you planning to do for the summer?
Not certain. Rest, stroll through the garden, eat olives, the usual.
Why don't you freshen up?
I would like to get the dust out of my sandals.
Emily, your bags?
Do you think he's awesome?
I think we're going to have a little chat, Bessie.
You see that? Fairer than any lily. She's beautiful. I'm in love.
I'm so glad I saw her first.
What do you mean you saw her first?
I did, so the claim is mine.
But I loved her first.
You worship her from afar. My love is mortal.
My love is greater. Emily is mine.
She can't be. You're in here for life.
So are you.
At that moment, both Heidi and Palamon in life would have to live on their dreams alone. There was no way they'd ever be able to meet the beautiful Emily. And each day, Emily came to the garden.
Here she comes.
Isn't she beautiful?
You know what I like best about her?
Her personality?
Hello, I'm waiting.
Sorry, Your Highness. Would you like a chair here?
Facing the sun. Thank you. You, go get the calendar.
Yes, Your Highness.
So, what do you do around here for fun?
Nothing, Your Highness. I'm a slave.
So you don't know anything to do?
No, Your Highness.
Bummer. Let's see, Olympic Games, Dionysian Festival, religious procession. This place is just too boring for words.
Is there any food left over from lunch?
A bit of bread and honey. Why?
No good reason.
What are you doing?
Hey, where did that come from? Yoo-hoo! You dropped your lunch, knave.
A sweet for the sweet.
Who are the two men in the tower?
Their names are Heidi and Palamon.
They were guards and thieves, imprisoned for life.
Useless. Quit staring or I'll get that window boarded up.
Lady Emily's remark points out how men handle situations. Palamon avoided the window and was to secretly catch a glance and was happy with that. Arcady, however, devised a plan that someday he'd be able to meet Lady Emily. Impossible, you say? Not nearly as you think.
Want some more bread?
No thanks.
Want some more honey?
No thanks.
Want some cheese?
No thanks.
You know something? You're getting so thin you look like you'd fit through that window.
You think so? Let me try.
And before Palamon's eyes, Arcady slipped through the window and escaped.
And now for Emily.
Arcady, that's not fair.
All's fair in love and war, brother.
And so it was. Arcady hid in the garden until Emily came for her daily walk.
So you're going to do my makeup, right?
Yes, Your Highness.
And you're going to braid my hair.
As you wish, Your Highness.
And don't braid it so tight you yank the hairs from my head. Psst. Who's there?
An intruder.
We'll go get help. And we need to face the intruder. Help! Help!
I'm not your ordinary intruder, Your Highness.
Oh no, and what makes you so special?
I'm the man you'll marry.
Excuse me?
I'm in love with you.
You're the man from the tower. You're not exactly what I had in mind for a husband.
Try me.
6 feet 2 inches tall.
I'll grow.
Strong enough to lift an elephant.
I'll pump up.
Good taste in clothes.
I'll get the finest tailors.
Rich enough to buy me anything I want whenever I want.
I promise you the moon and the stars.
And loving enough to wait on me hand and foot.
Your wish is my command.
What's the trouble, Emily?
This man is lying to me.
It's Arcady, whom I threw in the dungeon for all eternity, under pain of death.
I fear not death, King Theseus. If only I knew your sister had any feelings for me at all.
You know something?
What, sweet flower?
I don't.
Back to your lower dungeon.
No, good king, for I can never return there and look down upon dear sweet Emily. Kill me instead. It would be pain more than a mortal could bear. Run me through, burn me at the stake, hang me from the highest tree.
All three?
On second thought, banish me.
That's not nearly as messy, Thessie.
All right, Arcady, you're banished. And if I ever see you again in Athens, your head is forfeit. Agreed?
Agreed.
Sure, my first suitor in 3 weeks, and what do? Banish him.
He was a political prisoner, Emily.
You just don't want me to have any fun.
But the banishment was your idea.
You just can't win, your highness.
You may as well resign yourself to losing.
But it was her idea, wasn't it?
Palamon immediately fell into a state of grief.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Emily is just as far away, and Arcady is set free.
And as for Arcady, he returned to Thebes, alas, knowing he'd ever see Emily again.
Alas, alas, alas.
Everything he saw seemed to remind him of his lost life.
Why can't I have some candy?
Because it's almost dinner time.
I hate your cookies.
But candy's not healthy, my love.
I want candy! I want candy!
Finally, Arcady was so sad and alone. He sought the advice of a great physician. So, Arcady, what seems to be the problem?
It's Emily. I can't seem to get out of my mind. I think of her all the time. Her memory haunts me. I've been in Thebes for 5 months now, weeping and wailing.
You could raise an army in the water.
No, I promise never to set foot in Athens again, or my head would be forfeit.
An excellent reason to stay out of Athens.
Yes, for Arcady to stay out of Athens.
That's what I said.
But what if Arcady doesn't go back to Athens?
I don't follow.
I'll wear a disguise. That way I'll at least be close to Emily.
Brilliant.
You've been a great help, Doctor.
In a clever disguise, Arcady returned to Athens, determined to see Emily again, and found employment at the royal palace.
Come on! I like the light out here much better than the light in the palace.
Here, Your Highness. Too bright. Too many shadows.
You're the court artist. You'll paint me wherever I say.
As you wish, Your Highness.
You know, we were very lucky to find you.
No, Your Highness, I was the lucky one.
You know just how to make me look beautiful.
Your beauty merely speaks for itself.
And you say the sweetest things.
Your beauty inspires me beyond words, Your Highness.
There you go again.
Who is that old man with Emily? If he weren't so old, I would almost say he was flirting with you. Hey, I think he is. Old man, stay away from her.
Such a pity a man must live his whole life in prison. It will turn his heart into a rock.
Forget him. Let me see your painting.
Oh, Your Highness, it's simply a sketch.
I want to see it.
No, it's not even finished yet.
Let me see.
No! See? It wasn't even worthy of you.
Oh!
What's the matter, Emily?
The painter just destroyed his picture of me.
I am sorry, Your Highness, but Emily is just so near perfection. Nothing I paint even comes close to capturing her beauty.
Such high standards. You've been here 6 weeks and haven't finished a painting yet.
It was about this time that Conrad's undeterred over his love for Emily had set in the heart of his beauty.
Your tears have proven you an honorable man. I'll release you from prison for just 6 hours. You must return in 6 hours or it will be your head.
6 hours is plenty of time to woo and win my beautiful Emily.
Godspeed.
Eleanor?
You know my name?
Emily mentioned it.
She did? Then she must love me.
I don't think so.
Don't tell me you love Emily too.
I never said such a thing.
Good, because I'm going to marry her.
She wouldn't have you if you're the last apple in the barrel.
Why do you care?
Emily means a great deal to me.
Well, old man, you can go clean your brushes. I'm going to woo and win.
You're not going anyplace, brother.
Brother?
Friend?
No, you're Arcady.
Arcady and in love with Emily.
You wicked traitor. You know that I love her, yet you dare to love her too?
Love is free to choose and do as it will.
Even though I have no weapon, you shall forgo your love for Emily or die.
And if you weren't so sick and mad with love, I should fight you.
Here now, what's all this?
It's the 2 Thebans. Where is my painter?
I was the painter, dear Emily, willing to do anything to win your heart.
And I have escaped from prison to do the same, Your Highness.
I just don't understand the attraction.
Oh, please! What Arcady? You know if I were ever to see you again then.
You know this is Athens, right? And I'm looking at you. Then you know what's gotta happen.
Then Emily will be mine.
And you, Palamon, are no better. You escaped from prison.
As did Arcady before me. Would you sentence me to death when Arcady received banishment for the same? Where's the justice in that?
He's right, Bessie.
Both shall die. I command it.
You wouldn't dare. This is no longer an affair of politics, but of love, my lord.
In matters of love, I yield to my wife. How should we deal with these two?
Oh!
Very well. You both love Emily,
With all my heart.
With all my heart.
but she can only belong to one of you. Therefore, Emily has asked that you each bring her a present. The best present you can possibly find. You will have 1 year to search the world over And then she will choose which of the presents is the finest.
I just love presents.
And then she'll be the bigger, better, or more expensive than mine.
Except mine. Be off with you then. We'll meet back here in a year's time.
When we shall wed, my sweets.
When I shall return as your husband.
I wonder what they'll bring me. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait!
Do you think I spoiled her just a bit?
And so, a year passed.
January, with its cold winds and snow, leaves the brother with nothing to show.
February's dark and gloomy skies bear little hope for a prize.
March winds and rain came down, and the brothers look in every town.
April finds the buds and bees as the brothers search for what will please.
With nice flowers and leaves on trees, each brother wants everything he sees.
June sun reminds them of gold. They grab all they can hold.
July's days are long and hot. The brothers sweat carrying all they've got.
August grasses turn brown and brittle. The brothers buy things precious and little.
September is the harvest time. The brothers find apples, pears, and limes.
October's leaves are golden, brown, and red. The brothers wonder what lies ahead.
November falls with leaden fury. Brothers, time flies, you must hurry.
The summer brings feast and cheer. Brother tide best be near.
And so it was. On the first day of the new year, Arcadia and Palamon each approached the
It has been a year. Where does time go?
Are you excited, Highness? Today you will find out whom you will marry.
I don't care, I just want the gifts.
Marriage is more than riches, Emily. It requires love and commitment.
Yeah. Bring me the presents.
But this will not all be in vain, my sister. You shall pick either Arcite or Palamon to be your husband.
Yes, Bessie dear.
Your Highness, Arcadia has arrived and wishes to enter with his present for Princess Emily.
Admit him.
Treasure's my favorite word. One of them better have brought me a crown of gold with diamonds as big as dinner plates in it.
Welcome, Arcite. It has been a year to the day when you were left with the challenge to find a treasure that would win Emily's heart. Have you done so?
I have found a treasure, my lord.
Then you must present the treasure to us.
Due to the nature of my treasure, I must withdraw it in the competition for Lady Emily's hand in marriage.
Withdraw? What are you saying?
My treasure will explain all.
I hope this is no trick, Arcite, for you still owe me a head.
And if you were displeased, your majesty, my head is yours. Let me introduce you to my wife, Ginny.
Your wife?
You were supposed to marry Emily!
Yes, I am sorry, Lady Emily, but the truth is, when I met Ginny, her honesty and manly virtues won my heart. And when I asked her to marry me, there were no games to play, no tricks, no dishonesty to me at all.
Arcadia and I are going to settle in Thebes and live as befits his station as a knight.
So thank you for helping me find my heart's happiness.
Blessings on you both. May you live in love and understanding.
My thanks, Nobuzu.
Can you believe that? I waited a year for the wretch, and what does he do? Introduce me to his wife. I'm so mad I could spit drachmas.
But the decision is made. You will wed Palamon.
Then may his gift be a large one.
Guard, go see if Palamon has arrived yet.
He has, your highness.
Then fetch him.
I'm sure he will bring baubles and gold, silks and satins.
He better.
Greetings, Palamon. Welcome to our palace.
God be with you, King Theseus, Queen Philippa, Princess Emily.
You need not be so formal, my son. Apparently you are the victor in the hand for my sister, Emily, for your brother Arcite has already presented his treasure.
His wife. Can you believe it? He got married, the wretch. I hope you brought me something better. Much better.
I'm sure you two will be very happy with whatever Palamon has brought.
Alas, your Highness, though you once held my heart, a stronger power holds it now.
What are you talking about? What is he talking about?
I am now a friar.
What are you talking about? What is he talking about?
You're a monk?
I have entered the monastery at St. Bonaventure. In looking over the riches of the world, my heart cannot deny the power of poverty and pain hidden everywhere. I knew the best way I could find to help ease the misery of others was to forsake all riches myself and devote my life to prayer and good works. Those have become my treasure.
A noble path to choose.
What about me? I'm left with no husband?
I am sure that someday the right man will come along. And now I bid you all farewell. May you find peace in the lives you lead.
I want his head.
He's a man of God.
And he is correct. I'm sure the right man will come along for you someday.
I don't want him someday. I want him now. You understand? Now, now, now! Hey! What are you doing? What are they doing?
Something that should have been done a long time ago.
Get your hands off me! You can't do this! I'm a princess!
You're a princess, but you're not coming out of there until you start acting like a human being.
Theseus, I'm your sister! Don't, please! Let go of me! I promise I'll be good!
When you decide you can contribute to this world and not just take from it, I'll release you, and not a moment sooner.
I don't understand what you're talking about!
Exactly the point, Emily. When you do understand, we'll be waiting for you.
Theseus, I'm your flesh and blood. How dare you treat a relative like this? Get back here! I want someone to braid my hair! Who's going to fan me and play the lute?
And there lived Evelyn, locked away in her tower. As far as I know, she is still there. And if you ever cross the tower and hear a low moaning, for it is Evelyn, for she has yet to learn it is better to give than to take.
My lords, my ladies, the bridge has been fixed.
Finally, about time. Saints be praised.
We'd best be on our way now before we are forced to stay for noon's meal.
No, it wouldn't like that. I've got a nice roast turning on the fire.
It'll have to fill other stomachs. We're off to Canterbury.
One and all for your hospitality. This amount of horses to complete our journey are thanks to you, good people. May you have luck wherever your pilgrimage leads you.
And what are you waiting here for?
I wouldn't mind a piece of that roast, my lord.
Go on, you knave. The roast is for proper folk. Now back to work with you. New pilgrims will be here before you can cut to 10.